Can Lapras Nuzlocke Pokemon Blue Undefeated? With a base stats of 450 and a wide range learn set, Lapras can be a solid addition to your casual Gen 1 playthrough, but can Lapras beat the game without being defeated once? Over-leveling and items abuse will be unfair, so we'll set up some rules. Anyway, here are the rules. Only Lapras in battle. Not allowed to use items unless they are necessary to proceed in the game. Cannot re-enter cave, gym or building, which will prevent me from over-grinding. Not allowed to grind on extra areas like cycling road. Not allowed to grind on wild monster. Complete reset if Lapras faints. Alright, let's begin. We'll skip to choosing our starter. Well, you can imagine how our first battle will go, since we have Lapras as our starter. Oh, and about the voice. Ken was sick of hearing his own voice, so I'll be narrating the video in his stead. We cleared Viridian Forest without any trouble, and since we must avoid the optional rival battle, guess we will have to take on Brock with our level 8 Lapras. And since the Gen 1 AI is worse than this text-to-speech voice, level 8 Lapras was too much for Brock's gym. Yep, the ultimate water drop was too much for his stones. Then I made my way to Mount Moon, defeating every single trainer in the route, since this is the only place I can properly train my Lapras. Because after Mount Moon there are two major battles which could end my run. Inside Mount Moon I defeated as many trainers as I could in one go. My Lapras is only level 16 and I don't think it's enough to beat Misty's gym, so guess rival is our only option. And for your information, the only attempt I lost was against this rival fight in Cerulean City. I thought I might lose this one as well, but I guess the god of Pokemon had another thing in mind. But not gonna lie, I had absolutely no hope. And the moral of the story is, sometimes no matter how hopeless you are going to make it. So yeah, keep trying even if you are absolutely hopeless. Yep, the last critical hit was the scariest part. The rival fight was the most troublesome one up to now, but I had no trouble reaching to Bill's house, and after de-Pokemonizing him I went ahead for Vermilion City since I still don't have a good move against Misty's water-type gym. In SSN I defeated rival first, and sure thing this time it wasn't as difficult, and after getting HM cut and TM body slam I managed to defeat every single trainer in the ship if I didn't miss any. Also comment down if you have any idea about the last moveset I'll have for the league fight. Won't lie, I'm just filling up the text-to-speech at this point. I mean, even if it's robotic I guess it's somehow appealing with voice? Then I caught myself an HM slave and made my way back to Cerulean City. Now that my Lapras has body slam, beating Misty and her sidekicks was no issue. Then before going to Vermilion City, I decided to beat all the trainer in Route 9, you know, since he'll be having type disadvantage the extra level could be of great help. Now we're ready to take on the gym. Lapras one-shot everything except Surge's Raichu, but sure thing it couldn't pose a threat. At one point when Lapras got paralyzed I was tensed just a tiny bit, but yep, he will need one more Raichu to beat me. Then I made my way to Rock Tunnel, and with the holy water drop and cheap electricity at our disposal I had no trouble getting through. Right after getting out I was greeted by a few more jobless people whose hobby was touching rocks. Since I don't discriminate peoples by their hobby I treated them fair and square. And before going to Celadon, I decided to test my strength against rival at Lavender Tower. Well, if I ask you now, you'd definitely say my Lapras is overpowered, right? Was that expected? But still everything is all good until Elite Four and Champion battle. Right after reaching Celadon, I got on the charity work to get rid of Giovanni and his goons. You won't believe, but trust me, it's not easy being a 10 years old yet having to solve adults' problems for adults. Now that my Lapras knows Ice Beam, beating Erica's gym was no trouble, as well. Boy, I'm out of text. Oh my god, riz me up with some Ahaya jokes. Just like that, 4 more to go. Then I went to Lavender Tower to bring salvation upon those suffering because of the dead and to bring suffering upon the troublemakers. Now that I have my own instrument, they will let me in their goon party in the Sylph Co. But still, what a party without the trash man, right? Can't believe I have to take care of this kid in the middle of a crisis. See, if you think leaving a 10-year-old in the wild with a rat is a good idea, you should rethink your whole life. Okay, now we get to the real party with the host. And yes, I treated every single guest at the party. Not gonna lie, they loved it. So much, that they want need to party again. After party, Ken got so hyped up and decided he will give one more shot at Sabrina, and wanna know what he said? Are you a psychic? Cause you got me confused. Well, the only thing you can land with this line is a bent spoon, and yet, as expected, Sabrina once again rejected him and said, "I'm busy spooning with the spoon." Good for him though, it could have gone way worse considering how bad the line was. Still, being rejected over a spoon is a little, you know. Well, the rejection wasn't as worse as the trainers at Route 12 to 15 who fell victim for his rejection, and not a single soul was spared. And no, that was not the ending of his wrath, even the ninjas in Fuchsia City fell under his rage. But since Koga got on his knees and begged for it, the violence didn't exceed the family-friendly ratio. Now that he has calmed down, we got HM Surf and Strength and made our way back to Pallet Town for our next badge. Defeating every trainers on the way to Cinnabar, in Mansion and inside the gym, the old man's time have come. Too much of advantages, I don't even know which one I should mention. But still, for your information, this gym was easy as a tiny corner of a piece of cake. I mean, the burn couldn't have done anything anyway. And without wasting time, I rushed to my old friend Giovanni's gym. I spent some time there teaching his goons some moral lesson and laws. But since I didn't have forever, it's time to get down to business. You know, it was some talks about how the trash man wasn't doing his job properly, and since Giovanni was about to run for the next Poke election, he asked me for assistance in this matter. Couldn't say no to my old friend. Understanding the circumstances, I took the garbage and made my way to Route 22 and slam our rival's head with the trash bag. I told him it wasn't very gentleman of him not doing his job properly, but he said he had some family issues, so I let him off the hook with a warning. But more importantly, seeing my Lapras level kinda worries me. That can I even make it? I mean, the EXP is so limited, so... Now that the political matter is taken care of, I can finally continue my journey to Victory Road, and in Victory Road I defeated every single trainer in there since it's the last dungeon I can gain EXP from. Okay, so level 67 it is. And I taught my Lapras Psychic and now we have our final moveset. Bubble Beam, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam and Psychic. Time for our final test. 3 of Lorelei's Pokemon got one-shotted by Thunderbolt but Lapras and Jinx survived. Which already made me feel like I might just not make it. I had forgotten that this Dumbzeal actually survived first Thunderbolt. Do you think there's any non-legendary Pokemon that can Nuzlocke Gen 1 games undefeated? If so then what are you waiting for? Let me know so I can make a video out of it. Hehe. By the way, when I change one of my starters, the Professor Oak at the beginning of the game will show the same type of Pokemon, like if I change it to Mewtwo, he will show Mew. I'm not really sure but it has happened to me many times, while modifying the starter Pokemons. Well, yaw against Bruno it definitely will go as you can expect, since he is considerably the worst Elite Four member. I think the current moveset I have might just be the most overpowered one in Gen 1, I mean if you're going to do solo lock or something it definitely is. Since it's 4 different type damaging move in Gen 1, it will be rare to have it all. Just like that, 2 gone. 2 more to go. Now the toughest Elite Four member, in my opinion. Who do you think is the strongest Elite Four member in Gen 1 games? Let me know in the comments. This hag has so many Pokemons to inflict so many types of status effect. I swear if I was the government of Kanto I'd make her retired. Pretty sure that will reduce a lot of stress of 10 years old's wannabe Pokemon masters. Like, just let me win women. What's up with all these potions? It's so annoying when the opponent heals. Like, stop, that's illegal in single player. Finally, now the biggest roadblock is gone, just consider me the champion already. Not gonna lie, the only thing I was thinking while facing him is, what he gonna do? Get beamed in his face, lol. And yep, the stab plus super effective was too much for him to take. This is why you don't bring a single type of Pokemons in the league. And I can't wait to see who's going to be the champion. Oh no, I can't hide my excitement. What the trash man doing here, instead of doing his job? I can't believe he lied to me by saying he couldn't do his trash picking job because of his family issue. So this is his family issue. Once I'm the champion I'll make sure he is locked up for good. From this point I think I one-shotted all of his Pokemons. By the way, I used to think Exeggutor was a poison-type Pokemon for some reason, lol. And thanks to Caravan of Sleep to letting me know that Ice-type does neutral damage to fire in Gen 1. Also if I have made any error that bothered you don't feel bothered to comment down. Thank you. I'm still learning so it could be of great help. So now, we have our answer, Lapras can actually Nuzlocke Pokemon Blue and Red undefeated. Well, thank you for watching, and if you have any suggestions or ideas to improve, do bother to comment down. Like anything and everything will be appreciated, of course as long as it is family friendly. I will make sure to consider those requests in my future uploads, as long as they're reasonable that is. Anyway, that's all. Hope you enjoyed and stay safe. Until next time then, good day or good night. Though I'm not stopping you from enjoying this nostalgic sound, you can definitely stay.